Speaking of the Fantastic Four, I guess I'm just in a fantastic mood today, because as you may have seen earlier, I did a video about the news of John Watts stepping away from the MCU Fantastic Four movie. He's no longer going to be directing, so we have no idea who's going to direct the MCU Fantastic Four movie, and we have no idea who's going to actually be playing the characters of the Fantastic Four and the members of this team. Who's going to be cast as these characters? We have no idea yet, and of course, everybody has their own fan cast, and I've made tons of videos before about different ones, supposed leaked rumors of like, oh, this is the official cast and stuff like that. But today we're talking about a fan cast for the Fantastic Four, but one I hadn't heard before, but one that really excites me and that I really hope happens. And that is Rudy Pankow as the Human Torch, aka Johnny Storm, because probably the best place you'll know this actor from is Outer Banks on Netflix, which, by the way, is a great series. If you haven't watched it, you definitely need to check it out. I love it. It's one of my favorite series of all time. And Rudy Pankow, in that series, he plays a character called JJ. And now, actually, the actor that plays his father on that show, Gary Weeks, he actually was in the MCU Spider-Man movies. He was... I think he had like a couple lines in Spider-Man Homecoming. He was a background character. He was working with the Department of Damage Control. And then he also had a quick cameo in Spider-Man No Way Home. But in a recent interview, he was given the full support of, I think Rudy Pankow should play Johnny Storm Human Torch in the MCU Fantastic Four movie. And I think that would be a great idea, because for those of you that haven't seen Outer Banks and that don't know Rudy Pankow's work, obviously he's probably worked on some other stuff as well that I just don't know him from, but at least from his role on Outer Banks as JJ, he really is the perfect Johnny Storm. Not only does he obviously have the look, I mean, he's got the blonde hair, he's very attractive, probably popular with the ladies like Johnny Storm is supposed to be, and so his look just works itself, but also his acting ability. He's a great actor, and basically his character on Outer Banks is pretty much Johnny Storm. I mean, he's cocky, he's rebellious, he's strong, he's funny. Like, he's literally the perfect Johnny Storm. He's even the perfect age to, if you want to do a team up with Tom Holland Spider-Man. I believe they're around the same age, or at least a similar age, so that you could do a cool team up there and have them be friends or something like that. That would be awesome. And it just works. It just works so well. And until I saw this report, and until I saw this thing about Gary Weeks suggesting him for this role, I never even thought of this. And when it comes to fan casting the MCU Fantastic Four, the Human Torch has always been one of the hardest ones for me, because obviously when it comes to like Mr. Fantastic, you've got like the big one of like, oh, John Krasinski, and another one that I really like is Brandon Routh. I think he'd be perfect as well. And then same thing goes for the Invisible Woman. There's some big ones like Emily Blunt. I'd like Amanda Seyfried. And there's some other ones like Doctor Doom. They're like easy to fan cast. But then when it comes to the Thing, where it's pretty much just all about the voice, and then especially with the Human Torch and Johnny Storm, it's really hard to fan cast for this character, because I don't know, I feel like there's just not really as many options, because the big fan casts out there are super unrealistic, like Zac Efron and Andrew Garfield, which, first of all, Andrew Garfield's already Spider-Man, so they can't do that, and he's in the MCU now, technically, but they're just too old, so it's hard to find these younger actors that actually fit the part of the character, but Rudy Pankow does. He really does. He, in my opinion, is literally perfect for this role, and just based off his acting ability and his character in Outer Banks, I think he would be an amazing Johnny Storm Human Torch for the MCU's Fantastic Four, and I really hope he gets to play this role. Again, we don't even have a director for the movie, so who knows when we're actually going to find out castings for these characters, but when we do, I really hope that we get to see that Rudy Pankow is going to play this character in the MCU, because I think he would be absolutely perfect. But for now, guys, let me know your thoughts on this in the comments below. What do you think about the idea of Rudy Pankow in the role of Johnny Storm, aka the Human Torch, for the MCU? And who else would you like in the role instead? Let me know all your fan castings for the MCU Fantastic Four in the comments below. But for now, guys, thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything goes on in the Marvel life.